Oh, yes. It is us. We are here once again. All of us. Most of us. Kind of all of us. Today's special guest, Chris Giarusso. Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Wayne. Hi. Oh, yeah, Wayne. How are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Franco. That's Chris Giarusso. This is Wayne. We are here with Catching Up with Franco. And we're going to do some drawing. Are you going to do some drawing, Chris Giarusso?
I'm going to do some drawing and I'm going to do some catching up.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to catch up on tonight?
Well, I believe you told me that I needed to watch WandaVision.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
Wonder
we're going
Woman.
to draw. Yeah, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about with Wonder Woman. I don't know if I'm entirely happy with Wonder Woman. I'm not sure. What are you going to draw? Are you going to draw anything tonight?
Who, me?
Yeah. What are you drawing?
I'm
What do you got on
I'm
your
working
table?
on this. Working on this cover recreation of this classic Eric Larson Spider-Man cover. Spider-Man 23. It is a trifold cover.
That's crazy. And you attach
And,
it to the book.
Yeah, so I put my own sketch cover on it. So back in the 90s, they didn't do sketch covers, but this 90s book has a sketch cover that I'm working on.
Wow. And if
Yeah.
people wanted to commission one of these things, where would they do it?
ChrisGiarusso.com.
Look at the crawl at the bottom. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you can that's my website. You can contact me there. There's some stuff for sale right now there.
Nice.
And that's we're all caught up.
You want to see what I'm
Good
going to
night,
draw?
everyone.
I'm going to draw some Wonder Woman tonight. So this is my pen sketch, which I usually do because I like to sketch in pen. And I light boxed it. So now I have a pencil sketch of it. So I light boxed it. So there.
Oh man, what are you gonna do with that?
Well, the last couple of shows I've done. Hi, it's me, real big. How are you? I usually did my regular drawings with marker and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to do some Zentangle designs on this one. So we'll see how that goes. It could be truly horrific, but we're going to see how it goes. So I'm going to start to draw, but we're going to talk as we draw. And there's people out there, hopefully, somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're out there, please chime in with any comments or questions for the fantabulous Mr. Giarusso or myself as we talk about. And Wayne. He's our commentator corraller, our official commentator corraller. So he's going to be out there talking to us about what you guys are saying, and don't be shy out there to ask questions and stuff like that. So.
D. Brad says, good evening, gentlemen. How's it going?
Oh, yeah, it's going pretty good. We're glad you're here, D. Brad.
And Anthony Leach says, it's Franco Vision.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like tunnel vision, but more Francoized.
Kind of.
True story. All right, guys, let's get into it. WandaVision, what do you think? What are your initial thoughts? Giarusso, tell me. You're the guest. You go first. Tell me what you're thinking. Oh.
They started giving us some answers, so that we're not sitting there going, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I liked it for the last 3 weeks, but it was perfect timing. I thought good pacing for them to give us like an indication of what's happening outside Wanda's bubble.
And what did you feel about the first 3 episodes? Because let's catch up with you because you haven't been on with us, and we've had mixed reactions from people, most of them me, saying that the first couple of episodes were kind of slow. It was a slow burn, a slow build. What are your feelings?
I loved them. I was mesmerized by how well they recreated the style of those eras of television shows. So every single new character that showed up, I was just like, wow, they're nailing it. They're doing a great job. Like his boss, I don't know the actor's name, but I've seen him in a lot of other stuff. He was in Maria Bamford has a show on Netflix, and he's her agent in that.
Mm-hmm.
And he just fit seamlessly into that era. I would totally believe that was a show from the 50s.
It didn't seem like it was kind of over fake or overdone.
Well, it was as fake as those shows were. You know what I mean?
Were they? Because the Dick Van Dyke Show was actually pretty well executed and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm not an expert on Dick Van Dyke.
See, so you know nothing is what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. Everything I just said is worthless.
So then, what did you? Oh, go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke was basically sort of the takeoff of Sid Caesar, Your Show of Shows, with Carl Reiner.
Right. Yeah, because Carl was originally supposed to be the star. He was supposed to be the Petri guy, and the studio didn't like it, so they made him find another guy. But anyway, talking about WandaVision, what did you think of this episode?
I loved it.
Why? Give me specifics.
I like that we got a lot of the outside explanation of what was happening outside Wanda's bubble. And I love what's that guy's name? Randall Park? Jimmy Woo?
Yes.
Yes.
Love that guy. Every time I see him anywhere.
Was he in any of the other Marvel movies?
He was in Ant-Man.
Wasp.
Oh, he was. That's right. Okay, yeah. And then I thought, like right at the beginning when they came in, when they had the close up of her in the hospital chair. Oh, by the way, it's spoilers, and if you haven't figured that out, we're very spoilery on here. When they first went in on the hospital room chair and she coalesced and came back.
Yeah.
At first I was like, wait, I wasn't sure what was happening. I'm like, what's going on here? And my son immediately yelled out, she's coming back from the snap. And I'm like, ooh, she is. And then that's what happened. And there was mass confusion in the hospital, which I loved.
Yeah.
Because you didn't see anything from their point of view when they came back. Or anybody's real point of view when they came back from the movies that I remember. Or
no,
was
there
I
was
mistaken?
nothing. We basically went from the end of Endgame to Tony's funeral.
That's right. So they didn't do any of that stuff. And then also spoilery, they showed Vision Corpse or Zombie Vision. Ooh, Zombie Vision. I like that. I just coined a term.
Wow.
When they showed the soul gem ripped out of his head, he was all pale and zombie-like.
Yeah, from the Marvel Comics, the zombie universe.
You think they did that on purpose, like the zombie stuff? Wayne?
I'm thinking probably. If they did, they probably didn't know about it. It's like when I brought up with you earlier this week about glamour and illusion. From the episode where they're doing the magic tricks. Thought it was from the 12-issue miniseries of Wanda and Vision, and basically they were their next door neighbors that were a magic couple that stole goods on any of the cities that they went to. They're basically mutant jewel thieves.
Right, but they were different characters in the WandaVision books, right? And that was in WandaVision, or
it was in Vision and the Scarlet Witch, the 12-issue maxi series.
Ah, that's right.
From the 80s?
From the 80s, yeah. Written by Steve Englehart, drawn by Richard Howell, and I forget the inker. A bit of a slog to read, all 12 issues.
Gee, 80s comics like that? Come on now.
Yeah. The 4-issue miniseries beforehand, the first volume of Vision and the Scarlet Witch, was drawn by Rick Leonardo and written by Bill Matlow. A much better read than the Englehart issues.
Rick Leonardo or Leonardi?
Leonard D. Sorry. Yeah. Getting back to the show, D. Brad said it was for this episode. It was a break from the sitcom, and it filled in a lot of the gaps. Anthony Leach said, "I love WandaVision from the start, so I was bummed not to jump into the '80s, but the episode was so good." Maria Rambeau, Greg Burke, they did a slight perspective of the return of the Snap from Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's right. In Ant-Man, they did slight. Yeah. So now you think in the next episode, you think they're going to go? They're going to go into the '80s, because like this episode was called a break in our programming or whatever the title was, right?
Yes.
So they're probably going to go back to the '80s.
Yeah, because we've seen footage that looks like '80s superheroes in trailers and stuff. So it seems likely.
Yeah, it's.
But I think we'll get more cutting back and forth.
It's We Interrupt This Program was this week's episode.
Now, in all honesty, don't you guys and everybody out there, don't you think that this could have been done in episode 2? If they did like an extended episode of 1, they didn't need to go to 3 episodes to get where we were to do the break in the programming. Now, I could be wrong in that if they decide to go, where they pulled back a whole bunch of stuff, like, the helicopter was retrofitted. It was the drone. They brought back that. The beekeeper was really a guy in a hazmat suit. It wasn't a beekeeper. It was changed as soon as they went into the hexagon bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if they keep up with this back and forth stuff, I like that they called back to those episodes. Like they brought everything back, so you had to watch all that stuff. They haven't really discussed the commercials at all. I'm wondering if that's something that they're going to bring up, because they were kind of important in it with some clues. Because we recognize, as comic book readers, we recognize some of the clues that are in the commercials. But I don't know if one of the 2 broke girls can remember that or not. Kat Dennings, the girl from Thor.
Mm-hmm. Whether or not she'll pick up on the Strucker watch,
right,
and the Hydra soap.
Mm-hmm. Or if that's just something that Wanda's doing. Oh,
Mr. Art Baltazar is watching right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. What's up, Art?
What's he got to say? Nothing? He's just watching? He's just keeping silent and watching?
Yeah, he just says watching.
Nice.
It'll be interesting how they incorporate the commercials, because you had the first one dealt with Stark Industries with the toaster, and then it went straight to Hydra.
Right, and what wasn't one of the other commercials? It had the sword symbol in there, right? As well in one of the commercials, or was that just on the helicopter and somewhere else?
That was just on the helicopter. On the beekeeper. Had a sword symbol.
And Monica's pendant
was a sword symbol.
That's right. Ooh, Chris Giarusso, Randall Trang. He says hello. He says, Chris G.
Randall Trang, what's up, man?
Yeah. Haven't seen him around in a while. How's he doing?
Yeah. I haven't seen him around either. I hope he's doing good. Randall, tell us more information about you.
All right, so what's the genesis of all this? Is this all Scarlet Witch, or is there something else happening? And it didn't seem like, because this happens right after the people come back from the snap. They're brought back, obviously, right? Because she's not allowed to go up. Rambeau is not allowed to go up into outer space. She's kept terrestrial. right? So that's why she's sent
Right.
there. So what takes place in the movies after when they come back? That's like right at the end of Endgame, right? When they all come back, like when he says "Cap on your left" type thing, and Black Panther is there, right? Or am I mistaken there? And then that's the end of the movie because we see
I don't remember.
old Captain America.
Old Cap was on the left, right?
No, Black Panther was on the left,
No.
right?
What?
Falcon comes out and says "on your left," and then Black Panther shows
Yeah,
up, and the crowd went
no, he
wild.
tells Bucky. Oh, I thought you were talking about the end. And you see old Steve.
Yeah, then I am. I said, what happened after that? You see old Steve. We don't really get to see anything else that happened. Really
We
with anything
did.
else.
We found out what happened when he went into the past. He met up with Peggy Carter.
Yeah, but that was it. That was in the past.
That was it.
We didn't really catch up with any current people, and I'm assuming that the Hawkeye series that's coming up is going to be doing the same thing, right? Because his family will be back, right?
That's right.
Because all of his family left, and the Black Widow movie was postponed because doesn't it deal directly with some of this stuff as well? Because didn't they say that this show had to come out before the Black Widow movie, right? Because then didn't that like lead into other things, or am I wrong? I could be wrong.
The Doctor Strange movie.
The Doctor Strange will lead into this, but no, the Black Widow, because it's sort of an in-between movie of what happened after, I think a little bit after the snap until Endgame or Infinity War, because it's dealing with the Black Widow going back in her past trying to correct what is it? The red ink in her ledger.
Ah, okay.
That's what that story is about, is going back to the Red Room and trying to put an end to the program that the Soviets put in place for the sleeper agents. Oh, we got a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, Stuart Greenberg says the next commercial could be Ultron.
Ooh, they did mention him, and then she threw Rambeau out.
Greg Burks, I feel like the ads are in order of how the organizations affected her throughout the films.
Affected who?
Wanda.
Oh, maybe. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, Anthony says he believes 100% that Wanda is doing all of this. Stuart agrees with Greg. D. Brad says it's all in Wanda's mind. Anthony goes, I adore Lizzie and Paul in the sitcom lifestyle, so the build was perfect for me. I'm not buying the songs, and I've been buying the songs and making a playlist. Scott Casper says, ooh, who'd love to watch this inking, but too many spoilers.
Sorry.
Scoot's now watching, and are you getting comments on YouTube, Franco? Because I'm getting nothing.
I am not. I'm not getting anything
perfect.
on YouTube.
I just want to make sure.
I'm just getting the ones from Randall Trang. They're coming from Periscope.
Okay.
Randall says I'm alive, self-isolating in Boston, drawing right alongside you guys tonight. Commissioned for a wrestling show. Yeah.
Yeah, I only have the Facebook and the YouTube open.
Yeah, no. You get those, and I get the Periscope. The Periscope's going away in a little while.
All right.
So,
going under.
Yeah, they're stopping it in March, which is weird. But interesting. Let's take a look at what Chris Giarusso's doing. Go ahead. What were we going to say, Wayne?
Scoot has an idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in G-Man's mind.
Ooh.
Oh,
did you create WandaVision?
Yes.
Chris, did you create WandaVision? My gosh.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us about it?
Did.
Could have just done all the spoilers.
Well, I can't spoil it. Or else Disney would be upset with me.
Truth.
You don't want the mouse after you.
So, what's her face? Agnes, her neighbor Agnes.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, she might be Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, I think so. But they know stuff that's going on. They know what's happening. See, because that's what's confusing me. Is if Wanda is doing all of this, how do those people know? Because they knew that Rambo or Geraldine didn't have a house there. She wasn't from there. We're supposed to be there, right? Because remember the last episode? They said she doesn't have a house. They asked if Geraldine was in the house. And then Vision came in and asked. Remember that? So what's going on there? What's happening there?
I can tell you what I think.
Yeah.
I think basically Wanda's kind of got them all trapped there.
Yeah.
And they know it. But I think Agnes is kind of manipulating Wanda into using all of her powers to do this. So I think Agnes is actually pulling the strings. They'll reveal that at some point. But everybody else is kind of stuck. So the neighbor, is it Hal? The guy that was like cutting through the cinder blocks with his
Yeah.
I think he's trying to let the Vision know something's wrong, because I think Vision is like real, and they know that the Vision is like a guy that they can, like, if we wise the Vision up, maybe he can help us like break out of here. But Agnes shut that down immediately because she doesn't want it to stop.
Yeah, but why would she be wanting to do that?
Who?
Like Agatha, or whatever she turns out to be, because she could turn out not to be that.
She as yet unrevealed nefarious purposes.
Well, speaking of nefarious purposes, Stuart Greenberg has his daughter has an interesting theory that she thinks Wanda is under Zemo's influence, linking to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Ooh, because they did bring up that Strucker watch thing. See, that's what's confusing me, is they're bringing in all these other things too. So it has to be something, right? There has to be some involvement. You think these series will be tied together? Because that's the thing. Yeah. Like, the Hawkeye one seems like it would be ripe for exploring the whole thing without coming back after the snap type thing,
But it's also introducing who's the character, the female Hawkeye? Is it
Kate Bishop?
That's it. Because that's being introduced in the Hawkeye series.
Yeah, that's that Haley Steinfeld.
Yes.
Is that her? Yeah. I like her. The first time I saw her was in that Bumblebee movie. I know she's been in other stuff though, but I haven't really seen her in other stuff. And there's a dog. Wasn't there pictures released? Isn't there a dog in the Hawkeye series coming up? Because then they had that's from the
I heard about that.
That's from the Matt Fraction Hawkeye, right?
Pizza dog.
Right. I could be wrong though. I'm usually wrong about a lot of things.
Well, I've heard the same thing, so we could both be wrong.
Nice. I like how we're very quiet when we draw sometimes. Johnny would be upset at us.
Oh, Johnny's always upset. See. Okay. For everyone out there, all our moments of silence are for a certain Mr. Centris. We wish him all the best. Thank you.
Those are all the moments of silence.
Yeah.
All right.
Anthony was saying, I'm really interested in seeing more of Sword in Captain Marvel 2 with Monica. And he also said Pizza Dog.
Okay, so now Sword, isn't that now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that in the comics? Didn't Miss Marvel like head up Sword or Alpha Flight, or am I confused? Wasn't she up in outer space and acted as like a defense for Earth in the comics?
I thought it was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's what
Carol
I meant.
Danvers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What did I say? Did I say something else? I'm sorry.
Ms. Marvel.
I remember her from the animated series Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes, when they were doing those series.
And it wasn't in the comics. She wasn't in the comics like when she was out in like a space station. I think I remember seeing that one of the issues or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I could be confused. Oh no, I screwed up already.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't read a lot of Marvel comics lately. I'm not made out of movies.
Oh wow.
Oh.
No,
usually when Wayne does that, he finds something interesting.
Oh. Okay, I'm just looking at the wiki page for Sword on the comics, and one of the teams of Sword composed of Lockheed.
Oh, wow. He won't show up. But that's the other thing that I maintain is that somehow
Why wouldn't he show up?
But I'm thinking with Wanda screwing up reality, if she's screwing up reality, I still maintain that this would be a great way to introduce the mutants into all of this.
I was talking to Buzz today, and when we were going through this episode of WandaVision, we were going, you know what? This could really lead into the House of M.
Yeah.
With the Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And perfect.
Well, we know it's leading in. We know it's leading into that Doctor Strange movie, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it'd be a perfect way to introduce the mutants.
Yep. Well, I think Benedict Cumbersnatch batch guy. I think he's in this. Well, did I say it wrong? I think he's in WandaVision.
No, I think you said it right.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure that's how you say it.
You think he'll show up in the last episode? It'll be like the cliffhanger.
I don't know. I think so, though. They have to. I don't know. What does the audience think?
But isn't his movie about the multiverse?
The mind over matter damage of something. What's it called?
The mind over matter damage of something.
Madness in the multiverse?
Yeah.
Is that what it's really called? Then they're definitely going to bring back the.
Yeah, it's a very perfect opportunity to do all those things. But I'm enjoying WandaVision. I'm in no rush.
I think they really could have done all of this and given us all of this in a shorter time frame. I think.
The title is The Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
See, told you. What'd I tell you? I got it right. I got it right before too.
You did.
And the space station in the Sword comic book was called the Peak.
Mm-hmm. Now, Captain Marvel, was she affiliated with in the comics at all with Alpha Flight? I can't remember that. At some point, did she take him to outer space, or am I just imagining all of this? Yeah.
I can't see her joining the Canadian team.
No, not joining the Canadian team. I thought they were like maybe it was just them showing up something on the ship, on that ship you were just mentioning.
The Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. That one, again, it's not a series I've read. Okay.
I don't know if I'm liking this or not, but we're going to continue with this experiment. I'm trying Zentangles with my with this drawings. So I don't know if I'm liking it. Yeah, go for it. Wade.
Zen.
Yeah, Anthony. Oh, sorry. Anthony thinks we'll see Doctor Strange in the final episode. It'll be a perfect way to link into the Doctor Strange movie.
I think he's right.
D. Brad, do mutants have to come from another universe? Why can't they evolve into the regular MCU now? And
Well,
D. Brad,
I think. Well, just to go on that one, I think it would be a way of retconning all of the mutant past films into Disney.
it'd be a great way to retcon not only all the Fox films dealing with the Fantastic Four and the mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, because the way Sony did with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep. Yeah, that's why.
And then we could have the Council of Reeds.
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that. Jeez Louise. Yeah, they don't have to, and I don't. They might not go that route, but I'm thinking if you want to keep that library of movies, because now they're all in with, didn't they show up on Disney Plus, like Wolverine and stuff like that, and show up on Disney Plus recently?
Doesn't it seem like they also want to play around with the ability to use actors from the other universe, like they're doing triple Spider-Mans?
Right, exactly. Because then there was talk that Hugh Jackman was done, but he's gone on record saying that he wanted to be in one of the Marvel Disney movies, that he wouldn't mind coming back for that as Wolverine or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
I think everything's on the table.
And I'm thinking Disney just wants to make a buck on everything. So why wouldn't they do that? That's my thought.
So every possibility, everything you can think of, I think is on the table as a possible avenue to take.
Getting into the whole multiverse idea, Greg Burke comes up with, if this is all controlled by Wanda, then why did Vision keep seemingly to know that something is wrong and telling her that they can actually leave? Is it her?
Ooh, I think we lost Wayne. We lost him.
Well, I think Vision's real. I think Vision is like a real brought back guy.
Because he looked like he was a zombie, right? Yeah. Oh, I think we got Wayne got frozen. We'll see if we can get him back. But he looked like he was a zombie guy, right?
Yeah. We got that brief flash of her looking at him and being kind of surprised, and then so it's just as much as she's lying to her own self.
You still don't think it's an outside? It's got to be some sort of outside force, because unless she's really had some sort of break with reality, where she's the one controlling all this because she's not ready for it. I don't know.
I think the outside force is Agatha Harkness,
because she was
various purposes.
Yeah, because she was fine in Endgame. Well, I think we have Wayne back now. Possibly. No, we don't have Wayne back. I thought we did.
Oh no.
He was he fooled us. I thought he was here, and then he wasn't.
Hey. Where is he? Canada? Maybe it
Canadian.
takes longer for the signal.
It's possible.
Maybe he's in Westview.
Oh, he's in the hexagonal
That was
bubble.
pretty cool. That was pretty cool how the guys from Eastview were like, yeah, there's no such thing as a Westview.
Yeah.
And they're standing in front of the sign.
Yeah. He goes, we tried to explain it to your FBI buddy here. There's no such thing.
I like that Monica Rambeau is in it, because when I was a kid reading comics in the 80s, Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel and she was leader of the Avengers.
I remember that.
So I'm happy to see her involved.
That's your Captain Marvel?
That's my Captain Marvel. They've been trying to say it was like, I feel like Marvel's been selling us this idea that it's like a huge breakthrough that Carol Danvers graduated from Ms. Marvel to become Captain Marvel. And it's so wonderful to have like a strong female leadership type character, which it is. But I mean, that is the way it was in the 80s when I was a kid. It was just a different woman.
I never understood her Captain Marvel, or was she called Captain Marvel? She had the
she was
light
called Captain
powers,
Marvel. Right? Yeah,
and she had that white costume.
She was
right?
unrelated. She had a white costume with like a black star on it, and that symbol on her chest was basically the only thing similar to the original Captain Marvel. I don't think her origin was connected in any way.
And we have no idea where she came from. I mean, in terms of her being related to any Captain Marvel in the universe, right? I mean, she was just like somebody
in the comics. Yeah. I don't know. That I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember seeing her and not liking her just as a character. I thought she was just, I don't know, weird or out of place. But she was head of the Avengers, though, right? During that time. Was she in Secret Wars?
Leader.
Yeah.
She was in Secret Wars. But in Secret Wars, they decided, you know what? Captain America should be the leader for Secret Wars for now, even though Captain Marvel is the leader on Earth.
Well, I think Wayne made it back.
Ooh.
Wait, he's sideways. Yeah.
How am I sideways?
I don't know.
Okay, wait. I can fix this. There we go.
But you came back. Yay, you came back. Ooh, I think he's frozen again.
Oh, no.
That's awesome. So, yeah. I don't know that she ever did anything for me as a character. Just wasn't working. But anyway, that's just
all
me.
I can say is I was a kid and I don't remember all the finer details of the comics I was reading.
Yeah, me neither. Ooh, somebody's
and then she disappeared for a while, and then she came back as Photon, and then
that's right,
somebody else took the name Photon. Yeah, and then someone else took the name Photon, and she had to call herself something different again. But it looks like she'll be Photon again because that's what they called her mom when her mom was flying planes.
Ah, see, now it's all starting to come back to me. See, that's all starting to come back to me now. I'm getting it now.
It's all coming back to you now.
Mm-hmm. I get it now.
That was in Marvel Spotlight, wasn't it? For Photon?
I can't remember any of that. It might have been.
Greg Burke says it's a great show. Thanks, guys. Over and out from Down Under.
Oh yeah, man. It must be bedtime down there, or the start of their day. I can never keep track of that correctly. All right, I think so. I think I'm digging it more. I was really starting to lose my patience with it for the first couple episodes, but this one kind of brought me back. I did like, however, that when they did bring this back, like when the break in the programming was really, really jarring compared to the rest of the series. You know what I mean? It's like you had the 50s, 60s, and it was all comedy with some strange stuff in there, but this was like really a break because I almost felt like I was watching one of the Marvel movies with the production value and the actors and everything. I thought it was just really, really well done, and then I realized, I'm watching WandaVision, So this this is going to go somewhere or do something with the other stuff that's happening. You know, or not. You cannot know. I don't know. I liked it though.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I know you're looking for you want me to fight you.
A little bit.
Hey, I'm agreeing with you.
Well, yeah, no, this definitely, it felt like a Marvel movie, this episode.
It did, right? So it wasn't just me.
No.
I know Chris is arguing with us, but it was
Here's an argument. Here's an argument. If they had just done another episode of a sitcom, I would have been perfectly happy with that.
Really? I think I would have been really pissed off.
Oh, I agree with Chris. I would have been happy because I love what they're doing with it.
But they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
I was not experiencing any fatigue from that at all.
Really? No.
Like if they want to finish this and explain everything that's happened and then just go back to doing sitcoms like this, that would be my favorite show.
No. See, it
wouldn't be my favorite show. You're telling me what my favorite show would be?
No, I'm disagreeing with you. It could be your favorite show. I don't care about that. I'm just saying that I'm disagreeing with you because, I think it was starting to wear on me.
Because you think that'll get us better rating?
No.
Yeah, you were getting sitcom. You were getting fatigue. You're like, enough. Tell me what's going on. But they sensed it. They're like, after 3 episodes of this, they're going to want answers.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You hit the nail right on the head, Chris.
I did.
Speaking about answers and missing stuff, Stuart comes up with, so could the missing person in the witness protection program be a Hydra informant who is now influencing Wanda?
Ooh.
I wonder if it's Agatha.
Oh, possibly, right? I don't know.
Could be.
Mystery for another time, I think.
True.
All right. I think we've beat this horse down to death until the next episode, which is upsetting because I want to know what's happening now.
Anthony feels that himself and Chris should be best friends.
Oh. See that? Chris should be a friend.
All right. Let's do it. We're besties.
And Stuart also threw out there, hey, maybe the missing person, Scott Lang.
He wasn't in the witness protection program, though.
Nope.
He
was under house arrest.
Yeah, that's right. The other thing this is doing is it's making me want to go back and watch all the movies again. Like, I haven't seen Age of Ultron in a while, so I want to see that again now. But anyway.
That's another thing about this show is like after the series is over, it'll be fun to watch it again from the beginning, and see all the clues they dropped. Even though that's kind of what they did this episode, it'll still be fun to go rewatch.
So you can see them in time as they happen.
Yeah.
But why the TV shows though? Why the old?
Well, let's say if Wanda,
because she's creating a fake life.
Yeah, but didn't she grow up in Russia or something like that? So she doesn't know anything about TV.
Well, foreign countries actually do have a lot of like American
programming. They'll get it later on.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking, that she's influenced by when she was a kid watching the old sitcoms from the US. And that's what she's emulating right now is this is the stuff that made her happy when she was a child. So she's putting herself into that type of situation.
All very interesting. I don't know if my drawing's working. I want to look at Chris's drawing before we move on to Wonder Woman. Oh, look at that. That's kind of nifty. There's a lot of lines on there. Look at it. Man.
Most of my art is with lines.
I see that. I'm looking at that now. I don't know if this is working for me. We'll see. We'll keep going.
I think it's working.
It's like giving like a Steranko effect
Hmm.
when you look at it.
Speaking of Franco's drawing, should we start talking about Wonder Woman?
I'm afraid to.
Did you see the Wonder Woman movie?
I did. Unfortunately,
Did you see that?
I did not like it. I'm interested to know what you guys think, but I have multiple issues with this movie. And I know there's some people out there I couldn't understand some of what I was seeing online from people. Like, and it was a clear, oh, this movie was okay. There was none of that. It was a very clear, I love this movie or I hated this movie. It was one of those movies that was very clear cut in its delineation in the fans. I am clearly on the side of, I did not like this movie at all. I liked all the action scenes with Wonder Woman, but everything else, it bothered me a lot. What about you guys? What are your initial thoughts on here? Because we're talking about Wonder Woman, WW84 right now.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but I didn't hate it. Like, there was stuff to like. I wanted to like it more than I did, though, because it does have some problems.
Some problems.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. I wanted to like it, but I wasn't at the point where I hate this totally.
Really?
Yeah, and it's because like you said, Franco, the action scenes were pretty good. It was fun to see Wonder Woman being awesome in the action scenes.
But some of the action scenes bothered me too. Like when
the only one that bothered me was the final fight in the dark, because I couldn't see it. The other ones you could clearly see.
Yeah, that bothered me. The final fight in the dark bothered me, and then the other thing that bothered me was also her turning into Spider-Man when she was riding the lightning with the lasso. Like, what's that all about? What's happening there? Why all of a sudden are we turning into Spider-Man, pseudo Superman type thing? Are you swinging? Are you flying? What's happening? And that bothered me.
I loved that. I saw that in the commercial, and I was like, did she just lasso lightning? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But then watching the movie, you find out she just learned to fly. And then she flat. And it's like, well, now you don't even need to do that, but you're doing
exactly.
It still looks cool. I like the idea of it, but it just seemed, the timing seemed weird.
And then, the golden armor was another thing that seemed really, really cool, because that was from, wasn't that from Alex Ross's run?
Yeah, it's from Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come, right? So I recognize that, but then all of a sudden, they make a big deal about why that's like, she's got it all wrapped up and it's in her apartment. I like how it's in that small little workroom that she has, where she has a little computer and she's doing her research there. So she's got this big apartment, but that's in that little room back there. Mainly because, if company comes over, I don't want them to see my golden armor. I get that part. But they made such a big deal about this. And they made such a big deal about, there was this one warrior and she wore this, and then I get this. And then she uses it to fly to the island to fight Kristen Wiig, right? But then
and then it
doesn't
seem to help her in any way.
Well, no, they set it up as she's losing her powers. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's why they're bringing the armor in. But then right before she goes to fight Kristen Wiig, she gets her powers back. So she doesn't really need that. They just put it on her just to put it on her and have a costume change. And that annoyed me as well.
Or merchandising.
Oh, I know that's what it was for. I just don't like it. You know what? I don't like when you bring in a story element and then it has nothing to do with anything else. And that just, I don't know, that just annoys me as an old school story type person. I think, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but you loved
what did I
Last
love?
Jedi?
I love The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So that kind of undoes everything you just said.
Catching up.
Yeah. Stuart says he thought the actors were really trying to work hard in the movie, but the script was awful. Major plot holes and inconsistencies. In the Egypt road battle, Wonder Woman smashes those kids' heads on the road when she rescues them. And that's true. Like, there's no way those kids should survive when she tucks and rolls with them on the road.
Well, that was just one of my problems in Egypt. You know, when she gets on the phone and she's on a payphone out in the middle of the street trying to call back to the States. Okay, I've been overseas in the 80s. That's not an easy phone call to make anywhere. You're just not going to get that direct line in the middle of a street back to your office and Kristen Wiig. That's not going to happen. And then there's the whole raping thing, because she basically raped this guy. Now, my question to you guys is, you know, because I saw some people online going, "Oh, it was just a story element. It's not that bad." Just imagine this. Imagine if this wasn't Wonder Woman movie and it was a Superman movie, and then Clark Kent or Superman did that to Lois Lane. What kind of an outrage would that be? Talk about like how many people would just like be flipping their
losing their minds.
Well, it did seem to be there was a big. They made I think an outrage out of this, and rightly so.
And why wasn't that guy arrested at the end of the day? Like when his face is in the White House.
Yeah.
It's not Steve Trevor. It's this other guy. So you would think the Secret Service would go, "Hey, let's match our photos from inside to our database. Oh, let's go arrest this guy." Like, there's no reason that guy should have a life after Steve leaves.
Right. He probably doesn't. And that's where the sequel is going to pick up.
Yeah. So I heard about the controversy before I watched the movie, and I was like, well, let's see. Like, when I went in to watch it, I was like, okay, I'm curious to see what was the advantage of doing it this way. Like, it must be pretty good, right? They must have had it must have paid off like something awesome the way they did this. And I couldn't see any advantage storytelling wise to bring Steve Trevor back that way. Like, they could have just materialized him out of thin air.
Uh-huh.
If you can
nothing
build
would have
a
been
wall,
sacrificed.
Yeah, like if you can build a wall across two countries,
right?
Why can't you bring back a person? Or, I want more nuclear weapons. Hey, not a problem. Done.
Right.
Like,
right.
Not to get too scientific. All we are is matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they're creating matter,
it made me think that maybe they just kind of ran out of time. Like they did their best. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of people that need to have their say in what happens in the movie. And at the end of the day, they didn't get their act together with the allotted time.
You really think so? You really think that this was like either something that they had to scrap or that it was a Jeff Johns leftover script or something? You know, one of his comic scripts, and they're like, "Oh, let's let's put this out there."
I said that this had to have been an old comic script that Jeff had, that going, "Hey, I'll dust this off. There's a few elements here, a few elements there. This will work."
I don't know that and why did it have to take place in the 80s? There was no reason for it to take place in the 80s.
And if it's taking place in the 80s, why aren't you using 80s music all the way through it? Like, okay, the one thing I really love about Cobra Kai is how they incorporated the 80s music into it. They could... Amazing music in 84 that they could have used. Warner has a library of music that they could have used.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you say.
No.
Everything you're saying is true.
Yeah, Stuart says the rules of the magic rock was very inconsistent. No kidding. It's a magic rock.
Maybe they just didn't know how magic worked.
This one's for us, Franco. D. Brad was going, he hasn't watched Wonder Woman 84 yet. He thought this stream was about the Karate Kid 3.
Oh, man, no. I don't think it still exists at all.
No, that's why it's not 1989.
Man. Yeah,
But
this
yeah,
is 84, not 89.
exactly.
Man. And then I understand, the fan service with turning the jet invisible.
Oh,
But tell me how a World War I pilot suddenly knows how to fly a jet. Because apparently, if you can fly anything for World War I, you can fly the Concorde now.
Why was it sitting in the museum fully fueled and able to make it all the way to Cairo?
and back from Cairo. Also, how many jets do you know are two-seaters? Side by side.
That one. Ugh.
And the Magic Stone was pretty, wow.
Yeah. No, see, there's multiple problems here.
Yeah. Oh, that's who I wanted to look up.
I'm fascinated by this new critical Franco.
Why is that? I'm critical about everything.
Because you were blind to all of the problems in The Last Jedi.
Well, there weren't that many problems in The Last Jedi.
Okay.
We're going to have to catch up on that one day.
No, we did. We got into a big fight about it on the phone one time.
That's right, we did. Well, we got into a fight about it.
That's why I can't let it go.
Because we got into a fight about it because you were wrong. That's why.
I can tell you exactly why we got into a fight about it.
All right, give me.
We were working on Encounter. We were talking over the story for Encounter, and like you were telling me what happens in the story, and then I was going, okay, why? And you hadn't thought it through. And you're like, it doesn't matter. And I go, oh, yes, it does matter. And then we were going back and forth like that. And then I said, I bet you liked Last Jedi. I accused you. I was so angry that I accused you of liking Last Jedi, and you admitted it wholeheartedly.
I did, and that's why we never worked together again after Encounter. That was our last collaboration. We haven't worked together since then.
Hey, to disappoint you, Chris, I'll side with Franco on this one.
See?
Oh no!
You're outnumbered.
You guys need to go back and watch it with fresh Wonder Woman eyes.
Oh boy.
Oh
my gosh. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared for.
Anthony,
we got to see Linda
Chris?
Carter. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, we got an unfortunate response for you, Chris, from Anthony Leach. Okay, Chris, we'll have to pause our friendship. Last Jedi was perfect.
Oh, see that?
Haha.
Look how that turned out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
I'll just say this. Franco and I didn't pause our friendship. We just refused to ever work together again.
And not to say that I wouldn't work with you again, but it's just we haven't been hired on any projects together. But I would work with you again in a heartbeat. I want that on record.
Well, you can't keep your story straight now, can you?
What's my story? Why is it not a straight story now?
Because you just said that's why we never work together again.
Yeah, but I was just joking.
Okay.
No, he's just being as consistent as the Wonder Woman plot.
But it is a fact. We haven't worked together since then.
That is. It's because it's because the success of Encounter has spun us into separate, super busy directions. After that, everyone had to get a piece of the Encounter team.
Yeah. We just blew that up. That did so well that we're just so in demand now.
Do you remember it was at the top of the sales charts for 10 months straight?
Not even remotely. I don't even think it cracked the top 500.
Yeah, it was for 10 months straight. Number one.
Wow, I must have missed that memo.
So Encounter was your Big Bang Theory, where you separated into your own multiverses.
Oh man. But I like the Big Bang Theory. I know people out there don't. Oh, we're talking about the actual Big Bang Theory. I was talking about the comedy series.
I gotta confess, I have not watched the Big Bang Theory.
Why not? They had a bunch of our
think
books
because
on there.
I was an early cord cutter, and so I never accidentally stumbled onto it.
Oh, that's a
Like
shame.
if you have cable TV and you're switching through channels, you're gonna find it and then you're gonna start watching it. But I've never been in that situation.
Man, so how do you watch TV?
It's all streaming services.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard about this streaming service?
I have
Have you heard
not.
about this?
I have
Yeah,
Is this the Netflix?
that's the way you watch shows now. Is you stream it.
My goodness. All right, I'm gonna go close up on me because I'm not sure if I'm liking this. I don't know if it's doing anything.
You know what? That looks like Wonder Woman. That looks like Wonder Woman meeting Doctor Strange in the multiverse.
Oh, maybe I should have just done Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is Wonder Woman's hairdresser.
I don't know if I'm liking it. I'm liking yours though.
Well, Eric
Okay.
Larson did all the heavy lifting on this one. But thank you.
I'm liking it. Well, it's your version of it.
Yeah.
I like that you're drawing even
People
the
like
little
versions. You know what people like? They like different versions of stuff.
Do they?
Yeah.
Man.
Chris, you'll be happy.
You know
to
this as well as I do.
Chris, you'll be happy to know
What's
that
that?
the friendship is back on again with Anthony
Uh-oh.
because he heard
Yes!
of streaming services.
Yes.
You've heard of streaming
All right.
services. That's it. That's what got you back in his good graces.
Nice.
That's awesome.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Well, Franco, don't you think that your Wonder Woman has that like 60s Steranko feel with the deco aspect of it?
Maybe.
That's
I was
what I'm
trying
thinking.
for something a little different. And I think I went way too over the edge with this one, but it's okay because it's my show and my art, and I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to continue. We'll see where it winds up.
Okay. So, Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
Would we recommend it for people?
Oh God, no, not me. I don't know. I just felt like that whole first scene, like with little Diana on the island and Robin Wright being back. I'm like, oh, cool. And they spent a half an hour on that island, and I kept waiting for it to have some sort of impact or influence on her or in the movie at some point, and it never came back.
It did at the end.
Well, it did at the end, but not in any satisfying way.
Oh,
It was just kind of like
satisfying.
it was just kind of like a blow-off mention. You know, it wasn't like a big thing. So, look. Let me stop and let other people complain about it. What do other people have to say about it?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The scene in the mall.
Yeah.
She makes it a point halfway through the fight to disable all the security cameras.
Yeah. They were getting her
Takes
bad
off her
side.
tiara, throws it around, and it's cool. But like, why?
They were getting her bad side. You know how it is when you walk through. I don't know about you, but when I walk through a mall and I catch a glimpse of myself in a security camera, if it's just not that right angle, I'm a tear that camera off the wall. I don't want.
Yeah, that's how I feel every time I see myself on a YouTube.
Well, like I said, believe it or not, the chat is really quiet about Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Like nothing.
Everybody left. We're the only ones here talking about this. Oh my gosh. We've broken the internet, Chris.
Well, they said there's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
a
I think
third
you have
movie.
to drop the internet to break it.
They did. They announced it like the day after the movie came out. So, I don't know. I don't know what that does. Say it again.
What did they announce?
Wonder Woman, the third installment, was the day after it was released. Uh-oh. Anthony loved Wonder Woman.
Oh.
He rented out a theater for myself on Christmas morning.
What the?
Oh, Roger Rivera says he'll take the fifth on Wonder Woman.
Oh, hi, Roger. Well, I know why he's taking the fifth, too.
Oh
my gosh.
It's hard to
You're going
talk.
to take the fifth, Roger, you're going to take the fifth because you didn't like it. I think you're allowed to say that. I think. Go ahead, Wayne. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't the dichotomy of reactions creating problems online? People fighting over it.
I don't know. All I know is it was dumb.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Roger's very happy that he saw it on Max, and I actually paid for it up here.
Well, I'm wondering if Roger is taking the fifth because he doesn't want to disagree with us, or for a different reason. See, that's what I want to know. I want to know if he liked it or not.
He said he's glad he saw it for free.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got it on HBO Max, so I wasn't too upset about it. But if I had seen it in the theaters, I think I would have been a little bit more annoyed.
Actually, yeah, I don't think even seeing it in the theater would make it any better.
No.
I think Franco would have liked it if he saw it in the theater because it would have created the same sort of situation that Last Jedi did. And he would have been like, oh, that was great. Everything about it was great. Everything made perfect sense every step of the way. And all the characters behaved rationally.
Look, I don't understand why you hate that movie so much. It was a perfectly fine movie.
It's the only movie in my life I've ever actually hated.
Oh,
wow, that's strong.
Yeah, that is real strong.
I'm sure there are bad movies that I don't hate, maybe bad movies I enjoy. We don't need to keep going down this road.
Oh.
But why not? It's so much fun.
But we can't wait to have you on when we do discuss The Last Jedi.
Man.
Oh, now you've tipped your hand, though. I know to dodge.
Oh, you're not going to come on? You'll come on. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you want to be on the show again? Yeah. What are you talking about? You going to talk about Last Jedi? No. Are you sure? Yeah, we're sure.
We'll talk Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, God. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just hating everything right now. I don't know.
Roger said free is always better. And Anthony went on to say, I like some of the campiness in Wonder Woman 84, like the opening mall scene. 2020 sucks, so I got to end it with seeing Wonder Woman on the big screen.
See, now, the opening in the mall I liked, but then it all went straight downhill from there.
Yeah, the Magic Stone, Steve Trevor, they could have done Steve Trevor differently.
Mm-hmm.
They could have he could have just materialized out of thin air, and they wouldn't have had any of that controversy about using somebody else's body without their knowledge.
Right. Because then at the end, she was making googly eyes with the guy.
Yeah. Well,
And
that felt like an add-on, that scene at the end of the movie. That felt just like an add-on that, hey, we need to do something.
Here's the perfect way for that scene to have ended. She asks him out. She says, "Hey, would you be interested in get a cup of coffee sometimes?" And he say, "No, thanks, I'm gay."
yeah.
The end.
Oh, man.
See, we're now writing a better movie.
She's like, I've already seen you naked. I've already done things to you. I've twisted you like a pretzel when we were in bed together already. And he'd be like, how'd you do that? Then it would cause a whole nother rift. And that's the whole plot to Wonder Woman 1990. I'm thinking.
Is that the next movie? Is it the 90s?
I don't know.
Jeff has to look to see what other scripts he has.
Man.
Wow. We were able to talk more about a 30-minute show versus a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah, it sucked.
Really?
How about Resident Alien? Did anybody watch Resident Alien?
Anyone out there on either YouTube or Facebook, have you watched Resident Alien? Because Franco and I definitely have.
Or the Periscopes? Yeah. I
It would have been nice if you told me to watch it.
Well, I caught it on a whim last night. I knew that it was coming up, and I'm like, oh, I should watch that when it comes out. And then while I was perusing stuff to watch, because I kind of like crashed early last night. Well, not crashed early. I went upstairs, from the studio last night, and I'm like, oh, I feel like watching something, and I flipped through, and I'm like, ooh, Resident Alien is on, and my wife, who never watches any
My wife.
She watched it with me and she enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good, and I didn't know it was based on a comic book.
Yeah,
It's a Dark Horse book, right?
that's right.
Everything is based on a comic book.
Oh yeah, I should have known that, but I thought it was pretty good.
Where have you
You
even
saw it, Wayne?
been?
Yes, I did.
And you liked it or not so much?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was really hilarious. I love Alan Tudyk.
He's just good. That guy.
Yeah, Resident Alien, created by Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse.
Do you know anything about this, Chris, or not at all?
Now that you're saying that, I did see a commercial for it, and it looked pretty cool.
Interesting.
I would
All right.
like to watch it.
So is it an ongoing series or just limited? Do we know? Wayne?
It's a limited series. So far, there's 5 stories published so far, but there'll be a 6th one to conclude it. The miniseries, because from what I've read, it takes them so long to draw or to write or create the stories. They've only did like 4-issue series, sort of like what Mignola does with Hellboy, where they have these little miniseries. They're doing the same thing with Resident Alien. The first one was called Welcome to Earth. Second series was The Suicide Blonde. The third is The Sam Hain Mystery. The fourth is The Man with No Name. The fifth is An Alien in New York. And the 6th to conclude the series is Your Ride Is Here.
Oh man. And how I mean I haven't read the comic. I don't know if you have. How closely are they based to the show?
I haven't read the comic, but this sounds like my next homework assignment.
Oh man.
After reading the Vision and the Scarlet Witch and all
I
that
gotta
fun
tell you,
stuff.
I liked the first episode. I think it was just really, really well done. It was funny. Alan is hysterical in it. I think it was really well written, where there's enough to keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
He almost reminded me of a little bit of Monk. You ever see Monk?
Yes.
I liked Monk, and he kind of reminded me of that a little bit, like his mannerisms and the way he approached things.
Yeah, I like his love for Law and Order.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun. we probably lost a whole bunch of viewers because we're spoiling this too. So that's awesome. I think Chris wants to leave now too because we're starting to spoil that.
No, you're making me want to watch it.
Well, so you have it's sort of what it's almost like an older TV show where voiceover, and I always love shows with voiceover because they're very interesting.
Why is that? Interesting. Why? Why did they make them more?
I don't know why. For me, it goes back to the old detective, the new film noir, where you have the voiceover,
like the old Sam Spade type stuff.
Yeah.
Is that why? Yeah.
Well, just like for Blade Runner, the two different versions, you have the Ridley cut without the voiceover and with the voiceover. I prefer the voiceover because when you add the voiceover and then all the cyberpunk elements of Blade Runner, it works perfectly. It's like this film noir in the future.
Now, was the Ridley cut was without voiceover?
Yeah, because the voiceover was wanted by the studio because they thought the movie wouldn't work without it.
And did it? I mean, because I didn't see the Ridley cut, so was the Ridley cut better or not?
I don't think it's better or not. It's just the problem is once you've seen it with the voiceover, you're expecting the voiceover. It's almost what you want to do is you want to give it to someone who's never seen it before, have them watch the Ridley cut first, and then go back to the original theatrical version to see which one they would prefer. It's hard to get Harrison Ford's voice out of your head when he's doing the narration of like a Sam Spade, like exactly like from Maltese Falcon.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to go back and watch that now because I've never seen the director's cut. But anyway,
it's interesting that he's the doctor for the town.
Yeah, I like the hooks to try and get you to watch the show. I saw one of the advertisements for it, and it was like, it's that buddy cop doctor small town show you never knew you wanted.
Northern Exposure.
Right, but like it's Northern Exposure, Law and Order, like Diagnosis Murder, all of
My
these.
Favorite Martian.
And My Favorite Martian all together, isn't it? It's like like all these things put together. Chris is like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
He's like a very stiff Dick Van Dyke.
If I've never seen any of those shows you just listed, will I still enjoy it?
I think so.
Yes.
So basically, the premise is that he's an alien that was never. He came to Earth for a mission. He was supposed to do something here. He was never supposed to set foot on Earth. He was just kind of supposed to do like a reconnaissance flying mission thing. And he winds up crashing because as he's coming into the atmosphere, his ship gets struck by lightning, and then he's stuck there. So he has to kind of blend in.
Now, if Wonder Woman was here, she could have moved that lightning away with her lasso.
Right. He never would have crashed.
Exactly.
So I spent basically an hour and a half on Wonder Woman's hair.
Well, it looks pretty awesome, so worth it.
Yeah.
Is it though? See, because I was going to go completely black and white.
All the ladies in the salon know what you're talking about. Am I right, ladies?
This is ridiculous what you're doing on this cover. Look at all this detail.
Jeez.
I knew I shouldn't have drawn next to you. Look at what you're doing. It's ridiculous.
I like the deathlock.
I don't like any of it. You're upsetting me. You're upsetting me, Chris.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, well, think of it this way. It's only taking me like 6 months to do it.
Now, is this one for sale or is it a commission?
It'll eventually be for sale. It's not a commission. It's more just like I got it into my head. I wanted to do all the Larson covers like this.
Oh, so you're
Let's see
doing
if I
all
can
the
find
Larson
more.
covers eventually?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, if you did some of the Liefeld covers, you wouldn't have to worry about feet.
There's a Liefeld cover right there.
Oh, but you drew the feet. Come
You
on.
drew the feet.
So did he.
Oh, that's a recent one.
It's funny. How is that comic? I've never read that comic. Or isn't that like supposed to be like his new Deadpool guy that he created for Marvel or something like that? Or he was going to try and recreate the thing he did with Deadpool, like the same magic in a bottle type thing?
I know there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of hype around it when it came out, and I guess it did pretty well. But I don't know if Marvel's done anything with it since. I don't know. I don't know if they want. I don't know if it's the sort of thing where it only makes sense if Liefeld's doing it. I don't know.
Mm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Here's another Larson.
Ooh. Well, I like that cover.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm compulsively doing every Eric Larson Spider-Man cover.
That's so funny. Is Eric Larson upset with you about this?
If he is, he didn't tell me. I actually asked him how he did this. The black in the background here.
Uh-huh.
Because like I had no idea. Like I was like, how am I gonna do that? So I was like, how did you do that? I said, hey Eric, how'd you do that? And he said he used a sponge.
And what did you do?
He said he used a sponge, so I used a sponge. I used a sponge too. It worked. It worked out pretty well.
Oh, look at that. See that? Interesting. Look at all the trade secrets you guys are learning out there.
Look at that.
Wow. Look at that detail. That's spongy. That's sponge-worthy.
And you get Kirby Crackle on
Hey,
the trifold.
keep it PG.
I like it. You're crazy town. You're crazy town, sir.
Your town is crazy. Okay. See what else we got. Here's another one.
Let me highlight you here. Wow, look at those. So now, are you putting them all up at once when you finish them, or are they going up one at a time type thing, or what are you doing with them?
It's just I think it's just whenever I get around to it. I've just been busy, so I feel like at some point I'll get around to posting them all.
You've been busy working on the next encounter.
Yeah. Oh man, here's another one. I can show them. Oh, here we go.
Is that a trifold one too?
No.
Is Spider-Man your favorite character?
I I like him a lot. I don't know that I would say he's my favorite.
Because we seem to draw him quite oftenly.
Well, a lot of that
Sean-
has to do with he's a lot of people's favorite character, so there's a higher demand for Spidey stuff.
Sean McInnery, those covers are awesome. I'm late to the game, but just finished WandaVision episode 4. Things are coming together nicely.
Yeah. But I'm still upset that it didn't happen sooner. I think Chris is right. I think Chris caught me. I'm very upset about things.
You kids need immediate gratification. That's what I'm finding. You know, your generation, I just don't understand you guys.
Generation. We're the
I
same
would love
age.
it if Franco would watch Last Jedi again.
I have.
In your current mood, I want you to watch Last Jedi.
I have watched it multiple times, multiple viewings, because I like it so much.
That's not Spidey. That's Savage Dragon.
Are you doing all the Savage Dragon covers too?
I'm going to do all 300 Savage Dragon covers.
Wow, look at this.
Dragon and Turtles. I think these Dragon covers are on my website right now.
Wow, that one's in color.
This one's in full color. That's in full color. That's in Technicolor. This is the 70s. The rest of these are from the 50s and 60s, but this is WandaVision in the 70s.
Well, yeah, you can tell by the mustache.
You can tell by that mustache.
Does he have a mustache, or is that just like a shadow?
It looks like Shadow on the cover, but he does have a mustache in the book. Let me see if I can find a good picture of him. It makes it super clear.
So now, is it safe to say? There it is. Is it safe to say that Eric Larson is your favorite artist?
That's a safe thing to say.
And does Eric Larson know this? Or are we keeping?
He's aware. He's aware.
Anthony Leach is currently drawing the Turtles, so it's cool to see Chris's covers just now.
Oh, looks like you got a friend again.
All right. If this was a reality show, it's a good thing this is not a reality show, because if it was, I would have to say I didn't come here to make friends.
Wow.
But I did come here to make friends.
But also, then, if this was a reality show, you would have been voted off the island already. Because you don't know what
Smitty said he
you're
wants
talking
to see a reality show where what?
What's he say?
Talking to me?
What'd he say? He wants to see what? A reality show where?
He wants to see a reality show where the goal of everybody who lives together in the house is to make as many friends as they can.
Isn't that called life?
But with the outside world. With the outside world, right? So they'd be like, I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to make friends.
So they're making friends with the outside world of the people that are not on the show? That's weird.
Yeah.
Tell me it's weird.
I think that's the way it works. It's all for the purpose of building up to somebody getting in a heated exchange saying, I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to make friends.
It makes no sense. No wonder you guys don't understand anything that happens in The Last Jedi.
It makes perfect sense. If the rules of the game are to make friends.
Andrew Clark is liking your art, guys.
Oh,
Looking
thank you,
great.
Andrew. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
I really like the hair. I'll pick it up, Franco.
You don't have to do that. Don't.
No,
you don't have-
I really like it. It's giving me that Steranko feel to it, like the Shield covers that he did. Did you ever see the Dave Johnson cover that he did with Deathstroke? It looks exactly like a Steranko cover.
Did he do that on purpose? Was Franco mad at him?
Steranko would have to look up. I don't think so.
He did it by accident, and Steranko put a hit out on him.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Steranko does that, right? I think I
That's
finally...
what he's
Ooh,
known for.
this one little section of hair. I left this one little section. I'm
Yeah,
almost
I
done with
really
that,
like
guys.
the hair.
I don't know. It needs something for me. Something else. I don't know. Maybe when the whole thing is finished, maybe I'll like it. But I'm a big fan of not liking any of my artwork. It's weird.
A big
have to
fan
say-
of not liking.
Yeah.
Except for Last Jedi.
Well, I didn't do any of the artwork in Last Jedi, so there you go.
If you did, I might have liked it more.
You're just not gonna let that go, are you? All right.
As long as it keeps getting a cheap laugh, then no, I won't.
All right then.
Oh.
Now I'm wondering if I should move on to colors. Should I do colors? Zentangle colors? I might. Ooh, that'll be creepy. See, that idea just came to me. I was going to do it all in black and white, but what if I did the colors in the... I don't know.
You're pushing the edge.
I don't know. I'm experimenting with this. Like I said, this is a show about having fun for me, because I'm so bogged down in other things during the week that I kind of created my own therapy session here with this show. I'm just kind of drawing stuff for fun,
So
which I'm
making a
doing
lot
a
of
lot of
progress.
during the summer. What's that?
Andrew Clark was said stir Franco.
I don't know about that.
Me neither.
See, I don't know if I should go color. Should I go color? Should I do it?
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I just did it. I just pulled over the marker cart. I'm gonna do it.
Chris, how long did it take you to lay out that cover and do all that inking?
I don't know. I've been doing it. I've just been doing it in like pieces because I do it on the side every time I get like a few minutes here and there. So if somebody's if I'm on the phone or something or a situation like this where I'm talking to somebody and I can't I can't focus on whatever job I'm supposed to be doing, then I can just pull this out and work on and chip away at it. So it's been a lot of chipping away at it, and I have no idea how much time it actually has taken in total.
Wow.
How do you like that for a solid answer?
It's like a Perez cover. The level of detail.
That guy's crazy.
It's you know what? It's even more like an Eric Larson cover.
That guy is crazy with the level of detail.
Who?
That Eric Larson guy.
Perez or Larson?
Both of them. You know, there's artists. You know, like, do you know Mike Norton? Mike Norton.
Yeah.
That guy
He's
loves
a good
drawing.
artist.
Yeah, he's a great artist. He loves drawing rubble, debris, rubble. When we were working on Shazam, I asked him, like, what do you want to draw? And he goes, I like to draw anything, but I really like to draw rubble. I was like, really?
He was talking about Barney Rubble. He wanted you to draw the Flintstone.
No, he was talking about debris, like smash things up. I like it. It's true.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if any of this is working for me yet.
It's a process. It takes
Todd
time.
McFarlane says there's no wrong way to ink rubble.
Oh, I will so disagree with him because I've done it wrong on a number of occasions. True story.
Well, it's pretty quiet on the chat.
Oh man,
It's like,
I'm sorry. We got into the art and we just totally ignored the chat.
no. I'm looking.
Yeah.
So Resident Alien, to not. Were you expecting that 1 in a million person to being able to see him?
Oh no, that freaked me out. But see, that's what I liked about it. It was that was a surprise that I enjoyed very much.
And especially how he wanted to solve the situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, then the ending too kind of like threw me. But I was very surprised at the beginning when he took over that guy. That's how he took over that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he took his place by. I feel bad, like we're spoiling it for people, but yeah, he just takes over for that guy, and then. But I think that guy's going to come back. See, I'm spoiling again. Sorry.
Are you saying he pulled a Steve Trevor?
No.
Or did that guy die, so he took his place?
Well.
It's tough, right? I say we just go for it because this is a spoilery show. Do it.
I wouldn't say that he died. He just went for a long swim underwater over a frozen lake.
He killed the guy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think the color on this is bringing me back a little bit. Not sure.
No, I like it.
Good.
Yeah, looks good, sir. Not just saying that.
Anyway, we should watch Resident Alien and talk about that next week too. So everybody's job is to go out and watch Resident Alien. It's on Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi, whatever channel that is.
Sci-Fi.
Sean McNary, just rereading your Shazam work with my sons. Lots of fun and rubble.
Yeah, because Mike Norton did that. That's why.
And Andrew Clark is wanting to start a fight.
With who? Me?
With us.
Oh, no.
Did you watch Karate Kid 3? Everyone's talking about that Karate Kid person.
No.
I did.
Did you see Karate Kid 3?
Yes. I watched it
right?
right after finishing season 3 of Cobra Kai.
Did you really? On purpose?
Yeah. Yes, on purpose. I watched Karate Kid 2 before season 3, and then I watched the third movie immediately after.
See, Wayne and I are under the impression that Karate Kid 3 doesn't exist because we don't remember seeing it, and we're movie guys. We watch movies, especially those kind of movies, and in the 80s, I don't remember it at all.
Well, maybe you saw it and it just didn't make an impression.
Nope.
That was a long time ago.
No, I'd remember it.
It was easily the hokiest of the three.
All right, so what happens in the movie? Because I still can't remember it, and I didn't go search it out because honestly, I don't care that much about the Karate Kid 3. So,
okay. So here's what happens. It's immediately following the events of the second movie, Daniel and Mr. Miyagi return home from Okinawa. We learn that his mom is back in New Jersey taking care of his uncle, I guess her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so Daniel's like kind of bummed out, like he doesn't want to have to go back to New Jersey. But Mr. Miyagi says, "Hey, no, you can stay with me." So he's like, "All right, this is great. Thanks, Mr. Miyagi. Oh my God." And
So he's John Travolta.
oh my
This
God,
is
it's like so weird.
This is weird.
And then he's like, "Hey, Mr. Miyagi, check this out. It's like since I'm the returning champion, it's like I only need to fight in the last round. It's like so weird." And Miyagi's like, "Yeah, you don't need to fight in the tournament. There's no point. Like that's all over. We don't need to do that. I'll train you doing karate, but like I'm not going to help you with this tournament. It's a waste of time." He's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, Mr. Miyagi, you're right." Now the subplot here, I guess no, the main plot here is that Kreese is absolutely incensed that he was embarrassed by Miyagi-Do and Daniel.
As one would be.
And he wants revenge. And not only that, his buddy who helped found Cobra Kai is going to help him. His buddy is Terry Silver.
Okay.
Now that's a name you didn't hear in Cobra Kai Season 3, but you definitely saw him calling Terry Silver at the very end of Cobra Kai Season 3. He's the guy that swore allegiance to him for the rest of his life. Anything you need. When he saved them in Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
That's Terry Silver. So Terry Silver is there in Karate Kids Part 3. He's a super rich, like nuclear waste disposal corporate guy.
Nuclear waste disposal guy.
Was this like Superman 4?
This is like I have no recollection of any of this at all.
It's like Superman 4, and it's like you kind of wish they didn't even bother with it.
See, this is why I'm thinking that it didn't exist.
But apparently, there's like chains of Cobra Kai around the country. Maybe I'm not sure about that. But they formulate this plan.
Franchised it out?
I think so. I'm not sure. I might have heard somebody else say that. I don't know if that was actually in the movie.
So basically, Cobra Kai is like the McDonald's of karate.
Yeah. Yeah, quote me on that.
It's not the Heralds of karate.
No. No, I don't think I like this. I don't think I want to see any of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not
see
that.
Terry Silver tells Kreese. Terry Silver tells Kreese, "Hey, why don't you go on vacation? I'll take care of this." And then Terry Silver visits Mr. Miyagi and Daniel and apologizes for the way that Kreese behaved. But it's all a facade. He's trying to ingratiate himself with Daniel and Mr. Miyagi. And then when he finds out that Mr. Miyagi won't train Daniel, he offers to help Daniel train for the tournament. Terry Silver recruits.
Is that why he knows Cobra Kai stuff?
Yes.
Didn't he say something like, when he was fighting the guy in Okinawa that I trained and I know Cobra Kai stuff?
He does not say that in Okinawa.
He said that to his daughter.
But he says
all right.
He says it to one of the he says at some point he's saying it to the kids, I think, and he's saying,
yeah, right.
He's like, I know what it's like because I was in Cobra Kai, and they're all
right. Yeah, what? Yeah. Even I was like, what? Because I didn't remember that. By the way, I don't like any of this that you're describing. None of it.
Sounds like Superman 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost
This sounds like it's coming from the
It's
mind
so
of someone who hated
outlandishly.
The Last Jedi.
It's equal to The Last Jedi. It's just off the rails completely.
Oh, that means I'd like it, though.
Terry Silver pages through the latest issue of Karate Magazine to find the best karate student in the 18 and under division. Karate's bad boy. Mike, what's his name?
Lindell, the pillow guy, the My Pillow guy?
No. Mike
Lindell, the My Pillow guy?
Mike Lindell, the pillow guy. He's the bad boy of karate. So Silver recruits him. He says, I want you to represent my dojo, and you're going to enter this tournament. And you're going to make LaRusso pay.
Because now he's besmirched the
And
name
he
of
agrees.
all Cobra Kai's all nationwide. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm glad you're keeping up.
This is an awful movie, by the way, that you're describing.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I don't think there's enough hammers.
I don't think so.
So Mike Pillow Guy keeps confronting Daniel with a bunch of his goons, and he's like, "You're going to join the tournament." He's like, "No, I'm not fighting in the tournament. I don't do that anymore." He's like, "You have to." And he refuses over and over again. They trash Miyagi's. Miyagi opens up a tree, a store selling bonsai trees.
Oh, I was going to say he opens up a tree.
He opens up a tree. He karate chops it right open.
Uh-huh.
You know, in Karate Kid 2, he says, "Never been attacked by a tree."
Right.
He gets attacked by a tree in Karate Kid 3.
Oh, so this is like Lord of the Rings
Yes,
Possible.
with Treebeard.
exactly. The Ents.
Man,
They are on nobody's side.
this sounds truly horrific. It really does. See now,
I
what
kind of
color?
feel like there's no point in me continuing.
No, I want
Oh
you
no,
to.
we're fascinated. Trust me.
I'm riveted here.
Okay. So they open up the bonsai tree store across the street. There happens to be a pottery shop run by a cute girl around Daniel's age.
What the? This guy's just like everywhere. Daniel's hooking
He's
up with
here,
everything.
he's there. Well, so right away, she asks him out.
Because she knows he's the Karate Kid.
He's like, "Yeah, hey, Miyagi, guess what? I got a date. Can you even believe it over here?"
Hey, we got down in the
And
sand.
then he go, but then like, they go on the date. She immediately tells him like, "Hey, listen, I'm not looking for a boyfriend or anything. I know I came on really strong by asking you out to go on a date with me, but I have a boyfriend in another state. He goes to a different school. You probably never met him."
Don't tell me he turns out to be the Karate Kid guy that he fights.
He does not.
Oh.
Is the girl named Sandy?
Sandy.
What?
It might be. I don't remember.
Mr. Miyagi, it's weird.
Buzz has chimed in. The Karate Kid is pretty racist. Watching it again as an adult.
Oh, really? So now what you're saying is you're making me want to watch it. Did you find that, Chris, now that you've watched it? Hi, Buzz, by the way. You should come on one day. We should talk about things. But did you find it to be
I don't
racist?
know that I'm qualified. I don't think I'm qualified to speak on the matter.
Okay. Uh-huh. But she gets all uppity.
They do refer, yeah. like the bad guys do use some slurs to refer to Mr. Miyagi.
Uh-huh.
That does happen. I think in all the movies. Whether or not it's appropriate for a bad guy. What?
I'm fascinated by how this is going to end now. Let me guess. Daniel wins.
Mike Barnes. That's the guy's name. That's the bad boy of karate.
Man. Mike Barnes.
I would not be surprised if we see Mike Barnes show up in Cobra Kai season 4, along with Terry Silver.
There's a season
Both
4?
actors are still alive.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be, I think. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Should we start speculating on season 4, or do you want me to continue this very difficult recap?
No, I want to know what happens. I'm fascinated. Riveted, even.
When Miyagi first came to the United States, he planted a bonsai tree off a cliff so that it would be there for him. I don't know if he uses it to get other trees from, or what, if it's like the mother tree. But he put it on some cliff so that nobody would notice it or steal it or anything. It's worth a lot of money, maybe thousands of dollars or something. I'm not sure. At some point, Daniel goes to get that tree, and it might be because they trashed the shop and like they already sunk all their money into it, so he has to go get this tree. The girl from the pottery shop accompanies him. She is an experienced mountain climber, so she knows how to work the. They set that up. They set that up at the top. They actually do a good job of establishing that right away. The first, when Daniel first goes to meet her, the first thing he sees is a picture of her mountain climbing, or rock climbing rather. And
so what
anyway,
you're saying so
she goes with him.
But what you're saying so far is this makes more sense than the armor that was set up in Wonder Woman. But go ahead.
All of this is a commentary on Wonder Woman.
All right. So I'm like,
okay. So
I'm fascinated.
So,
I really am.
They descend down this cliffside. They pick up this tree.
Wait,
they're ready to climb back up with it.
Is Mr. Miyagi out of action at this point, or what's happening?
Miyagi's not. He's like, I don't know. He's back home. He's in the shop. I'm not sure where he is. He's not on this particular leg of the adventure.
Okay.
They decide to climb back up the mountain, but guess what happens, Franco?
Mike Barnes is there.
Nailed it.
Or Silver, or whatever.
Mike Barnes shows up. Now Terry Silver is still the good guy in all this.
Oh, okay.
He's still pretending. He's still pretending to be the good guy. Mike Barnes shows up with his buddies. They're like, "You're either going to sign this contract, or we're not throwing this rope down, and you're going to stay down there and drown." So
they
under duress,
they wanted to fight him with the threat of killing him.
Yeah. So under duress, Daniel agrees.
Right. So he, on the side of a mountain, holding a tree, he signs this contract.
So, what does he use to sort of like flatten the paper so he can sign it? The tree?
Yeah, that's a great question. because they definitely let him climb all the way up to the top, but not over the edge. So he's still like hanging off the edge still. because they still want it to be like, if you don't actually follow through this, we could just drop you. So I don't remember what the flat surface was he used.
Okay. Well,
This requires a rewatch for certain.
Buzz was saying that watching Pat Morita faking a Japanese accent, Morita faking a Japanese accent was pretty messed up. And if Ali does the same stuff with Johnny like she did in The Boys, I'll be watching another season of Cobra Kai. Otherwise, he's done. And Julian Lopez says, "Oh yeah, Franco."
Oh yeah.
So he's dangling on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
There's a tree. Does he have the tree in his hand?
He has the tree. They grab the tree from him because it's obvious. It's obvious to them that he values this tree very highly. So they grab it. He's like, no, come on. And they crack it in half and drop it. Yeah. And they leave him and the girl just distraught, like, oh no, now, oh no, the tree. The whole reason they went there was for this valuable tree, and they destroyed it. And now he's committed to fighting this tournament that he didn't want to.
And now Miyagi's going to be pissed off because why'd you go get that tree? It was fine on the cliffside. You didn't have to touch the stupid tree, but now you ruined that too.
Okay.
I think you're going to be shocked by this, but I think Miyagi understands.
So he's dangling on the edge of a cliff with a tree. He hands the tree to the villains. The villains destroy the tree, and he still signs the contract.
Yeah, I think you got it.
So these people are willing to commit murder unless he signs the contract.
Come on, Wayne, that's not so far-fetched.
Okay. No, just checking.
Yeah.
Just making sure I understand.
I did tell you at the top.
Let me just say, I'm glad I skipped this to watch The Crown. That's all I'm going to say. Go ahead. But I want to hear the end of this. I want to hear your version of this. I'm loving this.
He goes to Miyagi. He's like, I'm so sorry, Mr. Miyagi. I wanted to get this treaty safe because I thought this was going to help bail us out of, because it's valuable and that's all I want. He's like, oh, that's okay, Daniel. And Miyagi tapes up the tree and he's like, is the tree good?
Wait,
Miyagi, is the tree going to be okay?
He tapes it up with what, Scotch tape or something? What's happening here?
I believe it's athletic tape. It's like,
oh boy.
It's the same athletic tape that they used to wrap up his injury in the first movie. So it was like the tree was broken. It was cracked open where one of the branches shoots off, or at the base, and it was still hanging on by a thread. So it was easy to push it back together the way it was supposed to be. But yeah, he taped it and he put it back in there. Miyagi, is it going to be okay? Is it going to survive? He's like, hey, if it has strong roots, Daniel tree have strong roots. I would like to say, I don't know if Pat Morita is actually doing a Japanese accent as much as he's doing a Native American BS accent.
Man.
So there's a tree fight in the tournament. Well, he's all taped up. Does he do a little tree stance or something?
The tree tried to sign up, but it was disqualified because it's more than 18 years old. It's an 18 and under division.
Okay.
Oh man. I never have to watch this movie, but I am fascinated by how this is being described to me, and I want to know the ending now.
Well, so now he's stuck, right? He's got to show up at this tournament.
Did he tell Miyagi
that for sure Miyagi? Well, he told Miyagi what happened. He's like, yeah, they forced me to sign this thing. There's no way I can beat this guy without your help. He's like, yeah, I'm not training you. So then he's like moping around, walking down the street. Guess who drives by, Franco?
Joey Lawrence, John Kreese.
Terry Silver.
No. Terry Silver. Hey, Daniel, what's the matter? I got to fight in this tournament now, and Miyagi won't train me. I'm in trouble. Well, guess what, Daniel? I'll train you. I'm Terry Silver of Cobra Kai. I'll train you. You do that for me? Yeah, sure, of course. Come by the dojo, and I'll
Wait a
train
minute.
you.
I'm a little confused. Isn't this Terry Silver guy the guy who got this little teenage fighter guy to come to fight him? I'm confused.
Terry Silver's plan. He recruits Mike Barnes, karate's bad boy, to destroy Daniel for Cobra Kai.
So why is he going to train him?
All the while, he's going to train Daniel and break him down. He's going to break down. He's going to have Daniel at his weakest when he enters the tournament. Although, to be fair, he goes really hard on Daniel and makes him tougher than he's ever been. So I'm not sure that part of the plan works.
Okay.
So he's strong like tree. Good roots.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But he convinces Daniel to let out his aggression. Let out your aggression and let that fuel your training.
Right.
It's a healthy release.
Uh-huh.
So then he takes him out clubbing. He went out.
You're not making this up. This is the actual plot of the movie. This is actually it, right?
No. I got it a little bit. Let me revise here. I got to revise. Daniel takes the girl out dancing. She loves dancing. It's her last night before she moves back to her home state to go be with her boyfriend.
To become a rock climber. Right.
They go out to a club. Terry Silver knows he's going to this club. Terry Silver shows up. Pays some dude in the club to go hit on the girl.
Man.
Pays the guy to hit on the girl. This immediately turns into a fight. Like, hey, what are you doing? She doesn't want to dance with you. She's with me.
Right. She's
the guy's like, what are you gonna do about it?
She's leaving me to go to her boyfriend. But yeah, I'm gonna defend her honor. Right.
The guy's like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Daniel punches the guy out, breaks his nose.
Man.
Now it's a scene.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get out of here. What's going? Oh no, this is gonna be the cops are gonna be here because I punched the guy in the nose. You know how the police show up? They swarm nightclubs just in case any fistfights break out.
Right. Oh boy. This is tremendous.
But Terry Silver's there. He's like, Daniel, this way. Come on. They escape because Terry Silver knows how to escape.
Nightclubs, right.
Daniel is completely distraught. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. And Terry's like, no, that was great. That was great, kid. No. I gotta find out who that guy is. I gotta call him. I gotta apologize.
Oh man. Uh-huh.
Hey, Mr. Silva, I really appreciate everything you've done for me, but I think I'm done with your training. I don't think I need to do your training anymore.
And then let me guess. Silver turns into like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. You're not going to ignore me.
So the bonsai tree then gets into a steaming pot of water.
Yeah, I was going to say. Then she boils the bonsai tree.
Close. No, so Daniel goes home. This is before he quits Cobra Kai. He goes home. He tells Miyagi what happened. He's like, yeah, I feel terrible about this. And Miyagi's like, you son of a bitch. I told you not to train with Cobra Kai or at all. Look what happened.
Like, haven't we
didn't
been
say
doing
that.
this for 3 movies? Like, no Cobra Kai.
He didn't say that, but Daniel's like, yeah, you know what, Miyagi, you're right. I can't, you know what, I'm gonna go over to Cobra Kai. I'm gonna go tell Terry right now. I'm gonna go over there right now and tell him I'm done. So Daniel shows up. He tells Terry Silver. Terry Silver's in the dojo. He's like, hey, Mr. Silver, thanks, but I think I'm done. He's like, you're not done. I own you. He's like, what? Then guess who comes out of the back room? It's Mike Barnes. He's like, what?
What?
He's like, that's right. I'm with Mike Barnes, and me are going to destroy you.
He's like, that's right.
He's like, oh yeah, I forgot to set this up. The Cobra Kai dojo has a cardboard life-size cutout of Kreese, which may have been in the first 2 movies. So Daniel tells Silver, okay, I'm done with you, and he tries to flee Silver and Mike Barnes as they advance on him. He spins around, he heads for the door. Guess who jumps out from behind the cardboard life-size cutout of Kreese?
Kreese.
Guess who?
Kreese.
Oh, I agree with Franco. Kreese.
John Kreese.
Oh, wait, the bonsai tree.
Is it the bonsai tree?
Oh, we lost Chris.
Oh, we lost him. Now we're never going to find out what happened. Oh, man. I'm never going to know what happens.
Oh, no, Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, come on, man. You're keeping me in suspense here. You got to tell me what happened. You just got to. You can't keep me in suspense like this. He is. He's going to keep us in suspense.
Mm-hmm.
He's never going to tell us. This was his ploy the entire time to get us to watch the movie. He goes, I'll give him the whole plot until the very end, and then I'll pull my plug. He's not back yet. He's never back yet. Oh, he's completely lost.
Yeah.
Are you back on? No. All right, so I think Wayne, you and I should just make up the end to this.
I think
it's the boiling. You said it's the boiled bonsai tree comes out.
Yeah, it comes out, and the branches, because it's instead of the crane move, you have the splitting branch move.
Can you hear me now?
The leg.
Yes. Yeah. Did we get any of it right?
You're close.
So the bonsai tree
99% of it.
Out of the back.
So and then it splits and does the splitting branch move to sweep the leg of Kreese.
One of the things that Terry Silver is very insistent upon is we don't waste our time with kata.
Jim Kata?
You know, all the
Mr. Kata? Mr. Kata?
Hey, yo, Mr. Kata.
Mr. Kata. So what are we not wasting our time with? I'm in suspense. Tell me what happens in this movie.
Who's behind the cutout?
when last you could hear my voice, Kreese was jumping out from the cardboard cutout.
Okay.
Of himself. Okay, yeah. So it's Kreese. Okay.
So now it's the 3 of them ready to pound the heck out of Daniel in the Cobra Kai dojo. Daniel's in trouble.
Is Joey Lawrence in this at all? No.
Whoa! Daniel's in trouble, but guess who arrives in the nick of time?
Bonsai tree.
The bonsai tree shows up.
Okay.
He says, "Bonsai! Bonsai tree is all healed up. It's got strong roots." Miyagi shows up. Has a very believable karate fight against 3 guys and defeats them all. And then, and only then, does Miyagi agree that he will train Daniel for the duration of the time they have left before the tournament must be fought.
Oh man.
Oh, so there's still a tournament.
There's still a tournament.
They couldn't fight it out in the dojo. They have to do it in the tournament.
Their plan was, we'll kill him before the tournament.
Oh, but they could have done that when he was on the ledge.
Surely Mike Barnes can defeat Daniel LaRusso's cadaver at the tournament, and nobody will question it. Hey, there's nothing in the book. There's no rules in the book that says you can't fight a cadaver.
Oh man, I'm so happy I never watched this movie.
So
there's more.
The tournament, the point system is structured. The point system is structured such that the first guy to 3 points or 2 points, I forget, wins. So Mike Barnes easily could get 3 points in as many seconds. But Terry Silver and Kreese want to make Daniel suffer. So what they tell him is, you go in, you get a point, then you foul. You foul him, like hit him with something that's going to really hurt him, but is going to cause you to lose a point. And we're going to go like that for the duration of the time limit.
Man, this is awful.
So he's really hurting him bad. Go back and forth, gains a point, loses a point, gains a point, loses a point. After the time limit expired, nobody has reached 3 points. Now it's sudden death.
Oh man.
And the rules in sudden death, I know what you're thinking. The first guy to kill the other guy wins.
Right.
That's not what sudden death means.
No, that's what Mike Barnes thinks it means, though, or Kreese does.
That's what they all want it to mean. But sudden death, in this particular case, means the first guy to score a point wins. Miyagi tells Daniel to focus. Oh yeah, and so Daniel's got a real crisis of faith. He's like, "There's no way I can do it. It's over, Miyagi. I can't. I'm afraid. This guy's gonna kill me. I can't do it." Miyagi tells him.
Now, are these the scenes that are in Cobra Kai? Like when
they will be.
No, but when he tells his daughter, in the middle of the gymnasium, like, I had fear. Was that from Cobra Kai 3?
It did come back. Yeah, I think it did.
So those are the scenes from Cobra Kai 3?
Yeah, it was.
Or from Karate Kid 3?
I think so, because he says, yeah, Miyagi told me, he says it's okay to lose to your opponent, but you can't lose to fear.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he did tell his daughter that.
I'm glad I got that at least.
So he tells him that, and then he says, now focus. And earlier in the movie, he does this focusing exercise where Daniel, he can't concentrate on something. He's like, just breathe, do your breathing. And he does the breathing with his hands going up like this.
He does the breathing with his hands. Okay, right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And so the referee says, go, and then Daniel, in order to achieve focus, he just immediately starts getting into kata, right? He starts doing all of his moves. Karate's bad boy Mike Barnes has never seen anything like this. He's stunned into immobility.
Oh man.
He confusedly looks back and forth between Daniel and Mike Silver, and Silver just says to him, "Get the point, get the point."
Uh-huh.
Mike Barnes charges in. Daniel is ready for him. He makes some kind of a dodge. He does like a hip toss and he punches him. He gets the point and sudden death and he wins.
Whew. I'm glad
I
that's
had
over.
I had seen this portion of Karate Kid 3, just the fights, like the final tournament scene. I'd seen that scene maybe a dozen times in high school. It was always on HBO or something. And we always seemed to come across it just at that scene. We watched that every time. I had not seen the beginning of the movie ever in my life. until like a month ago.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to cause a fight, Chris, but Julian Lopez disagrees with you. He says the bonsai tree wins the match.
Oh man.
That's the director's cut. So he's not wrong.
Oh man. I don't understand anything now.
Oh yeah, so it's at the point where Daniel's also he's on the mat because he's near death. He can barely stand up. He's told Miyagi like it's over. I can't do it. Don't lose to fear. Then they're like, okay, time to go. The referee's trying to get, and Mike Barnes is over. He's like he takes the place of where Miyagi was, and he's in Daniel's face, screaming at him, "Get up, LaRusso! Get up! Come on, get up! You get up and fight me! Get up! Your karate sucks! You suck and your karate sucks! You get up!" That was a very moving part of it, But
this is great. That was awesome.
That sticks out because he was get up, LaRusso! You suck, LaRusso! You suck! You suck and your karate sucks. So my friends would say, "You suck, Giarusso! You suck! Get up, Giarusso! You suck!"
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, thanks for showing up tonight, everybody.
Yes, it was a very racist movie.
Thanks for showing up. So what have we learned tonight? We've learned that WandaVision is getting better. Didn't like Wonder Woman. Never going to watch Karate Kid 3. Don't like my drawing. I think those are the things that we've learned tonight. Join us next week.
I think if you watched Karate Kid 3 now, you would enjoy it because I've walked you through it.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to have to just because based on your recap. But I think we're going to call it a night on that note because I don't think we could do any better than that recap. So thanks for coming, Chris. I appreciate you hanging out with us. It
Had a blast.
Fun. It was great fun. Thank you. Go to ChrisGiarusso.com for all things Chris Giarusso and to buy some of his artwork because he's awesome. Next week, Wayne will possibly be here back with us again. Thank you again for being our commentator corraller.
Sorry about the technical issues.
Oh,
the internet sort of died on me for a minute.
It's all cool. We had fun. It was all fun. Next week, we'll have...
We knew you'd be back because of your strong roots.
Yeah, there you go. Next week, we will have Sarah Richard on the program, and we are going to talk about all things spooky. So maybe come back for that. It'll be fun. But yes, thank you for showing up.
Ghost in the Owl. That's spooky.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about other spooky things. So thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it. Bye, Chris. Bye, Wayne.
Bye.
Bye, everybody out there.